All right, I want input from liberal women, conservative women. I don't care where you're at on the spectrum. If you're a woman, I want your input here.
Attention, female humans. Please explain your mating preferences to me, a very normal man person. Every once in a while, I see a video and I'm certain it must be parody. Like, surely nobody actually thinks and talks like this, right? But no. So let's break down this section by section because there's so much here to unpack.
So it blows my mind. I'm in California right now and there's liberal women everywhere, obviously. But it blows my mind. Like, how many liberal women, like, I don't know if they're afraid or intimidated by real masculine men.
Here's the thing that bugs me when I hear people talk about California who aren't from here. As someone born and raised here, I wish California was this liberal utopia that conservatives think it is. But Trump had more votes from California than literally any other state. I'm not saying that we aren't a solidly blue state. I'm just saying that there was literally zero chance that every woman he was meeting here was liberal. Anyways, I don't want to spoil anything, but his definition of real masculinity is about to be something.
But like, are they afraid of men who like lead and take fucking charge and have like high levels of testosterone and like make plans and are like, hey baby, I'm picking you up at 8, just look cute. Like, I got you. Like, you don't even have to pay for a thing. You can literally shut your brain off when you're with me. Like, I got you to that degree.
Whoa. Stop right there. What a selling point. You can literally shut your brain off when you're with me. Look, on occasion, that can be fantastic. But do you think that's what all women want? Like, the pinnacle of human desire is to become non-sentient? Hey ladies, date me and become a beautiful, mindless decoration. No thinking required. Look, two virile stallions like us, we want partners who challenge us intellectually, right? We want someone we can have deep, meaningful conversation with, someone whose thoughts and opinions we actually value. If your dream relationship involves your partner never having to use their brain again, you don't want a girlfriend. You want a very expensive blow-up doll. You probably already have one. What's her name? Don't pretend like she doesn't have a name. And can we also talk about just look cute? That's the extent of her responsibilities in your mind, existing prettily while you handle all the complex adult tasks because her little lady brain can't handle it?
Like, are there women here that are into that? That are like sick of the men who like own plants and cats and who look like they eat avocado toast every morning before they bike to work?
Oh no, not the plants. Anything but men who can keep living things alive. The absolute audacity of these beta males to provide water and sunlight to greenery. But actually, I want to focus on your anger about men who can provide care and affection to small animals, and specifically about you being threatened by cats. And avocado toast, really? That's where we're drawing the line? You know avocados are really high in nutrients, right? You're really gonna gatekeep breakfast items now? Real men eat what exactly? Raw steak with their bare hands while growling? There's actually a really strong correlation between misogyny and men who hate cats. It's too long to explain, but like, no, actually, let's talk about it. See, cats don't give a shit about your dominance. Dogs will worship you just for existing. You walk through the door and they're like, oh my God, you're back. You are the greatest human who ever lived. But cats have standards. They have boundaries. They'll only come to you when they want affection, not when you demand it. A cat won't love you just because you feed it. You have to actually earn a cat's respect and affection through consistent kindness and understanding their needs. You can't intimidate a cat into liking you. You can't dominate a cat into submission, and you sure as hell can't manipulate a cat with mind games. I'm not saying you have to love cats. But men who are threatened and angered by that, well, they tend to be threatened by both cats and women who won't just shut their brains off and worship them for existing. Cats are literally independent, low-maintenance pets that show affection on their own terms. If that threatens your masculinity, maybe the problem isn't the cat.
Like, who look like they've never been to a gym? Like, lathering themselves in sunscreen before they walk to Starbucks to get their half-skinny matcha?
Okay, you've crossed the line. You're mad at men for preventing skin cancer? That's your complaint? These pathetic betas and their sun protection. Melanoma doesn't give a shit about your masculinity, Chad. SPF is for everyone. And I'm sorry, did you just say lathering themselves in sunscreen? Like they're luxuriously bathing in it? It's sunscreen, not a spa treatment. You squeeze it out and rub it on. Takes like 30 seconds. which I realize based on your personality in this video might sound like a very long time. But here's my favorite part. You're upset about men drinking matcha? Matcha? Green tea? I don't even like matcha, and I'm a little upset you're making me defend it, but since you brought it up, let's talk about it. You know matcha's been consumed by samurai warriors for centuries, right? The monks introduced it to them as a pre-battle drink for increased energy and endurance for drawn-out battles. You think you're more manly than a samurai warrior? Do you even own a sword? But sure, it's totally emasculating now because Starbucks serves it in a cup with a little green straw.
Like, are there women who are sick of all the men who think that bills should be split?
This part really annoyed me because the whole 50-50 bill splitting trend was literally made popular by red pill dating coaches as a way to test your date. These are the same guys telling men don't pay for her dinner, make her prove she's not a gold digger, split everything 50-50 to show your high value. So you guys created this whole culture around bill splitting as some kind of dating strategy, and now you're mad that some women are okay with it? You can't create a problem and then critique the group of people who weren't even part of that discussion in the first place. And this is why communication is so important. Stop acting like what is great for one woman is the key to all women. Women are not some monolith. Here's a wild idea. Maybe some women actually like being treated as equals who can contribute to their own dates. Maybe they don't want to feel like they owe you something just because you bought them dinner at Arby's.
Like liberal women, you have to know deep down that you crave a masculine man. No, because we know that men who have high levels of testosterone are not super liberal. That's just a fact.
Is it though? Is that a fact? Did you conduct a study? Did you go around political rallies with little testosterone testing kits? Because I'm pretty sure you just made that up. Who is we? Did you consult the dean of Trust Me Bro University? Did you get a memo from the International Brotherhood of High Testosterone Individuals? Or did you just decide that your personal opinion counts as scientific fact? Also, you're conflating political beliefs with hormone levels, that's not how any of this works. That's not how hormones work. That's not how politics works. That's not how attraction works. I love how confidently you're speaking for all high testosterone men everywhere. We know that, do we? Was there a survey I missed? Attention all masculine men, please report to the nearest voting booth so we can correlate your bicep size with your ballot choices. Granted, I probably wouldn't have done well on disproving this particular point if I was given this survey, but that's beside the point.
So like, are you sick of the men who like tell you that they're a he, him? Like, come on, I know you believe in all that and all this stuff, but like, come on.
Oh, you mean basic courtesy? Introductions at meetings on Zoom? Absolutely terrifying stuff. For someone so masculine, you seem to be very, very offended by some very, very inconsequential things.
Right? Because masculine men are not really liberal. So you must all be super conflicted right now, no? Or are you all just like super genuinely attracted to like the men who have like over-enthusiastic skincare routines?
Sir, this is called hygiene. Basic self-care. Washing your face, maybe using moisturizer so you don't look like a leather handbag by age 35. A man who smells good and has soft skin can find someone who would appreciate that. But sure, let's shame men for taking care of themselves. I haven't bothered to watch the rest of your content, but you feel like someone who just doesn't wipe their ass. You just have dirty underwear energy. Here's what's really happening in this video. You've created this completely fictional battle between real masculine men who apparently hate plants and fear sunscreen, and liberal soy boys who have the audacity to eat vegetables and prevent skin cancer. Then you're genuinely confused why your sales pitch of date me and never think again isn't landing with all women. Maybe, and this is just a wild thought, out of left field. Maybe some women want partners who are confident and emotionally intelligent, strong and kind, decisive and collaborative. Someone who can take charge when needed, but also respects them as an equal human being with, a functioning brain. Maybe they want someone who can keep a plant alive, who cares enough about his health to wear sunscreen, who's secure enough in his masculinity to drink whatever beverage he enjoys without worrying about what other men will think about him. The funniest part is that you're standing there criticizing men for having skincare routines while simultaneously wondering why you can't find a woman who wants to be with you. Because if basic self-care is so offensive to you, I'm genuinely concerned about what's happening with your personal hygiene situation. Look, I'm not saying women don't deserve to occasionally want to shut their brains off. We all need that sometimes. But here's the thing. If you're giving off the kind of energy where they feel the need to cover their drink around you, that relaxation isn't happening, Jonathan. If the women you're meeting don't want their brains to shut off around you, maybe that's because they want partners whose brains are actually turned on. They want someone secure enough to drink matcha without having an identity crisis, who can keep a plant alive without feeling emasculated, and who sees basic human courtesy as normal instead of threatening. The bar really is that low, and somehow you're still tripping over it. Does matcha taste like grass to you too? Or is that just me? I don't like a lot of things. I'm very picky. I'm a very picky eater. I'm not going to yuck someone else's yum. Like, enjoy your grass drink.